Finish him!
Hello and welcome to the world of the latest installment of bloody fighting and brutal fatalities finally arrives to the PS4, Xbox One and PC. Full of new characters, gut-wrenching moves and epic fatalities, Mortal Kombat looks better than ever. But with a smaller roster and day one DLC, is it worth picking up? I'll let Melina here help you decide. So the story begins with Shinnok taking center stage as he leads an army to attack Earth. To fight against this invasion, Raiden stands forth along with a group of mortal fighters. There's many old faces and quite a few new ones, however many of them are in fact relations of the old favourites.
You guys stay here. Close the door.
Starting with the story mode, Mortal Kombat X offers a very streamlined series of fights that's nicely spread out into 12 chapters, with around 4 fights per chapter. It's not nearly as difficult as what Mortal Kombat 9 has to offer, but it's a fun ride nonetheless.
Smoke. Smoke is dead. I am an Emperor.
Along with story mode, X has many more modes to have fun with. Starting with the Blast from the Past, the classic tower makes a comeback. Along with that, there's Endless, Test Your Might, Survivor, and the goofy Test Your Luck mode, where random rules change how the game is played. Adding to Mortal Kombat's varied modes, X brings Living Towers to the game, where the rules change every few hours to maintain a constantly changing and challenging experience. On the top of that, there's also Faction mode that invites you to join one of 5 factions to battle it out in the hopes of rewards.
Here's Johnny.
The character roster features 24 fighters, along with Goro if you got the pre-purchase. However, since the story has advanced so much, there's quite a few favourite faces that didn't make it, including the lovable Noob Saibot. But what's good about X is that each combatant has 3 different forms to their fight style, allowing to have a fun time with each character you play. Although these variants aren't as deep as people expect, as it's around 90% the same moveset, the differences are usually in reach, appearance and actions. The graphics have definitely stepped up from Mortal Kombat 9, and it has to be said that this is the best looking 3D fighter to date. Fatalities are as beautifully brutal as ever, and match stages are a delight to behold, even if there aren't that many of them to choose from. Ultimately, the game looks gorgeous, but that's only when it's running well. On the PS4 and Xbox One, X looks to be running good for the most part, but there are some frame drops here and there. However, it's the PC version that really suffers the most here. Not only have there been loads of crashes for people, but many have experienced frame drops, slow motion fighting and during story cutscenes the game has been struggling to play audio. Adding to the torment, there have been many reports of users losing their game saves completely, and many are having controller issues. The PC port needs some patches before it's going to be as glorious as it should be. The music is fine with a couple of tracks that do stand out. Voice acting has been done well here, but where Mortal Kombat truly shines is in its sound effects. Ultimately, Mortal Kombat X has done an impressive job of creating a very solid game that has a ton of gameplay to offer. Graphics are amazing and each character you have access to has been made to perfection. Speaking of access though, new fighters and skins have already been announced for the game in the form of DLC, and there's been some controversy over the prices. And then there's Goro, the 4-armed half-dragon half-man combatant that was available if you pre-purchased it, but if you didn't, you'll now have to buy it in the form of DLC. DLC aside though, the real question here is whether or not Mortal Kombat X in its original form is good. The answer is a definite yes, especially if you're after a brand new refined fighting game that boasts the best graphics and gameplay available right now. Overall, for the console versions of Mortal Kombat X, I give it a 9 out of 10. But for the PC port, it loses out with its many issues, earning only a 7 out of 10. For more reviews and animations, check out these links below. Thanks for watching.